Here we are.
Here we are. We're back.
Ready to go. I got some whiskey poured. You know, coming up with some sort of name. You know, we're still taking applications or nominations or suggestions from y'all. So if you have an idea of what we should call our channel or whatever, I mean, Big Red Five.
No suggestion is terrible.
No.
They're all going to be reviewed. So.
Yeah, I mean, and who knows? Maybe we'll send you a bottle of whiskey that we don't like to drink anymore.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah, you might like it. So it's a win-win, I guess, right? Today I got this is the third time we've done the blind barrels. In case you haven't seen this before, Blind Barrels is a company. They send you pay a subscription. I think I get one of these every quarter or thereabouts, and they send little samples. You can see the bottles of whiskey of unknown provenance. Who knows what's in these? But once we get through tasting and we give you our thoughts and impressions, we're going to scan each of the bottles. Has a little QR code. We can scan it and learn what it is that we're sipping on today. So we got A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, and D. So I guess let's jump in.
Roll.
It smelled good. Oh, I'm encouraged by this one while we're getting ready. It's called Release 10 Legacy. So that says to me there might be some good stuff in this.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well, it kind of has a more traditional bourbon smell.
I noticed when I cracked the lid and poured it, like, all right, there's hope because these blind barrels, they could be anything.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily rye or bourbons per se. I think we've had some Irish, and I think we had a Japanese whiskey one time too. So it could be anything. But it does have bourbon notes. But it's almost, you know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you've had it, but there's this whiskey I have from Dueling Grounds. It's a small craft distillery. It's the tall, skinny bottle, but they use red corn in their mash bill. I think it's got two pistols on it.
Interesting.
It reminds me of that. So on the nose, I'm leaning towards it being one of those. But there's like a sweetness, right?
There's a sweetness. Yeah, it's
I can't
like
put
a
my finger on
softer, sweet. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I would bet money it is that Lincoln. It's called Lincoln Punch, or something like that. It's a weird name. Ooh, it's got proof.
It has proof to it, but it has a sweetness, almost like a little bit of a hard candy almost. I mean, there's a
I was gonna say almost like a cotton candy.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely sweeter than most. And I'm interested to see if it is that because
the finish is not my favorite.
it just stops.
Yeah.
It dies about the front part of your tongue. I mean, all you get is heat past the front tip of your tongue. To be honest with
you. Yeah, mid to late palate.
It's
pretty flat.
Yeah. Interesting.
I hope it's not that one because I really like that whiskey.
Yeah.
Let's see. Little into the mouth here. All right, next one is sample B. What in the world is that nose?
That is not your typical.
No, it smells like very musty to me.
Yeah.
Like if you leave you've been washing your car and you leave an old wet rag and a bucket in your garage for a couple of days.
Your grandfather's 30-year-old half slipper.
It's not a pleasant smell. Unless you like that smell.
Yeah, unless you're into that.
Cigarette butts. And I'm not being facetious here.
No, I mean,
cigarette butts.
That kind of got wet and let out in the rain a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. The nose is not good on this one. All right. Well,
let's try.
The nose sucks. The taste is pretty good.
They don't tie together very much.
No, not at all. Thank goodness.
Yeah, you can drink that.
Again, I think that's.
The proof's pretty high.
Or higher. It's pretty high. I feel like that first one was probably north of 110. I'm gonna say this was probably pretty close.
Yeah, I was thinking 104-ish.
Yeah, all right.
The nose is not any better. It's odd. I mean, the nose and the taste do not match up in any way.
I mean, the predominant taste for me is mostly like cinnamon. I know we've used the big red gum before, but It's kind of like I would say this tastes to me more like a big red gum on like the third or fourth chew before it lost its flavor.
Right. It's not the initial.
No.
You have to take some chews because it's not overbearing at all.
That nose is unpleasant. When I go in there,
It is unpleasant. It is unpleasant.
All right.
And to be honest with you, the nose may keep people from drinking this a little because you got to get past it to drink it. And so.
Yeah, and if you're going in for, I mean, naturally your nose is going to take a whiff. I don't know how we're batting right now. Oh well, let's go in for C, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the last time, I need to order one of the ones from the last time. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but there's been a couple of these that we've
pretty good.
All right, this says bourbon to me too.
Yeah, it's more almost of a floral smell.
Yeah.
The nose is
like
more floral.
Yeah, like a potpourri for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I smell the ethanol pretty strong on this one too. And these have all been sitting here for probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. So they've had a little bit of time to breathe. It's familiar. Well, it's my favorite of the three so far.
It is. The first note I get, is almost like a butterscotch wrap the tip of the tongue.
Like those yellow, the yellow ones?
A little disc. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. It finishes with like, I must have cinnamon on my mind today because that tail end, there's some spice there. Maybe it's not cinnamon.
Like it's a cooking spice of some
kind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I think that second one kind of threw me off.
Totally did. I do like doing these blinds every so often, and I guess for future we can do these blinds all the time.
Yeah.
One of us sets it up for the other, so we'll have to explore that down the road. But all right. So far I don't feel like I'm pushing the buy button on any of these. I mean, they're okay. There's nothing. They're basic flavors. There's nothing that seems to me that's very complex about any of these so far. Which is fine. I mean, I think they're all pretty high proof so far.
Yeah, I agree. The proof's there. There's no. I'd be amazed if any of them are 90 proof.
Oh, I would be.
They're all north of 100.
Which says to me these are probably not your entry level bourbon drinkers.
Mm-hmm.
Probably aren't for you, but we've been surprised before, and we might be again. So. I wonder if these are all like the noses are similar on A, C, and D to me.
Yeah. I mean, this
one's more buttery.
Mm-hmm. It's a buttery, bourbonish nose.
All right, oak. Get a lot of oak.
Yeah. More classic.
Yeah. I would guess this is one that's a little bit older.
Yes.
It's really accurate though at the end. Like bitter. It's kind of makes me pucker a little bit.
None of them have had a great finish.
No.
They just kind of all died off a little bit for whatever reason.
Oak is strong on that one. Not overpowering, but it is, I would say, the most. For me, it's the most obvious note.
And you would say that was the oldest of the four?
Oh, I guess.
And I would say that too, and I'm not sure that's any older than 6 years.
Yeah, I would say it's probably north of 4, probably somewhere around 6. That's kind of flat.
Yeah, it just dies off.
Each one seems to have like a single note.
They just kind of died off.
To me, these all seem like they're bourbons, but I don't know. I guess we'll be surprised. So you got your QR code scanner?
We can see what we are working with here.
All right. Let's see here. Let's go with A.
Okay.
To the marvels of technology. I guess maybe I should have given you my password.
Probably work.
Yeah, it might be for days. we'll pause for one moment while we're getting through the technical details. So stand by. Okay, I think we got the tech figured out. So sample A, what do we got?
Sample A is something called axe hole.
Axle.
Yeah.
Okay.
which explains a little bit.
Or say AXE.
It's out of California.
Okay.
Cal White Spirits Company. Paso Robles.
Single malt.
Yeah, single malt whiskey. So it's not a bourbon.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense though.
84 proof. That's surprising. 3-year-old.
That
100% malted barley.
I don't
which
know that I've ever
why
had
it
anything.
just kind of died off.
Maybe. Yeah, it's a single note.
Yeah.
I would have thought higher proof, and I would not have thought malted barley.
And a clove, dark licorice, dried apricots, roasted grain, strawberry fruit.
I didn't get too much of that.
I did not either.
All right. Anyway, all right. So axe hole.
Axe hole.
All right, let's go on to B.
Yikes. Yeah. Okay.
This one smelled like your grandpa's 30-year-old slipper, or your.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I thought that was something else.
Unbent straight rye whiskey, bottled in bond.
The distiller is Bent, BENDT Distilling Company out of Texas.
Yeah.
And what are we at on proof there?
We are at 100 proof, made with rare 4-grain rye whiskey, featuring a whole bunch of stuff here.
Yeah. And we'll put the links to all these
we will.
in the show notes. Okay.
Supposed to get floral and peppery spice, but
not so much.
0 for 2 so far.
Yeah, not so much.
Okay.
All right. C.
We are
I think that was the one I liked the best. It was either C or D.
So Liberty Hole is the distiller out of Washington, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Old
Monongahela full
proof rye.
All right.
Interesting. I've got a theme going here. 108 proof.
All right.
6 casks. Range from 3.5 to 4.5 years old. So malted rye, wheat, and malted barley.
Okay. No corn.
No corn at all. So
I don't think any of these
I
have
don't think
corn,
any
right?
had this.
Interesting. Okay.
Baked apple is what you're supposed to get off that.
Really?
I didn't, but you're supposed to.
Yeah, I don't get any baked apple.
Okay, now this is
D.
This is D. This is the most expensive one so far.
Oh damn. 130.
130. And that's the member price.
Yeah.
As a example price, $200. So Doc Holliday 10-year straight bourbon whiskey. So this is the only bourbon.
Okay.
Out of this.
10-year. You were spot on with the age.
Yeah.
But that was older than I would have thought.
Yeah. So 122 proof.
I didn't drink that.
I did not drink that hot.
I mean, I can tell it's a little bit higher proof.
Now this is 80% corn.
Yeah, it's
plus 10% malted corn.
Okay.
5% rye, 5% malted barley. And so you're supposed to get a pecan pie.
I don't get that.
I don't either. So
I don't get any sort of nut at all. But
no, this was not
a
great one for us.
No, I mean this is, like I said, this is the third blind barrels that we've done.
Yeah.
I'll get another one probably here in the next month or two. I don't even know.
Yeah.
My least favorite of the three.
It is. Yeah. And I would not have guessed they were 3 or 4 ryes because they died on this.
Yeah. Usually rye, I never got the. Usually a rye for me goes. I can feel it go down the esophagus, and I can feel it like.
Yeah.
I think they call it the Kentucky hug or something like that. I didn't get that with these.
No, and for the last one for 108 proofs, I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all.
No.
So
I don't know. I guess it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's still fun.
It was fun.
So stay tuned. We'll get another one of these whenever we get the next shipment. And in the meantime, like I said, we're still taking nominations of names for our channel. Any graphic designers want to come up with some logos out there? By all means, fire away. Send them our way. So anyway, thank you all.
Thank you.